What's happening? What's happening? What's happening, everybody? How you doing? The link is in the chat. The link is in the chat. The link is in the chat for anybody who wanna pull up, ask a question. The link is in the chat. Do me a favor, everybody, hit the like button if you will. Appreciate y'all for doing that. I trying to get my thoughts together. Trying to get my thoughts together. Get my thoughts together. And yeah. Okay. So good evening, good evening. Did I say good morning? I think I said good morning. I'm tripping. I don't know. Good evening, everybody. How you doing? If this is your first time tuning in to Tim's Tidbit, you already know what I want to do. I want to say welcome. If it's not your first time tuning in, I still want to say welcome and give you a nice hearty thank you for always hanging out with me. My boy Spidey back here by the window. Y'all see Spidey. Spidey over there hanging by the window. And those books are real. Let me go back here and get a book. Robson always talk about my books fake. All these books are real. See? That's a book in my hand. Right? My books are real. Robson a hater. Talk about my books fake. All my books are real. Hey man, if you don't know who I am, my name is Timothy Lee Rogers Sr. I get on Al Gore's internet every single day and talk about the price action dealing with the stock market. Why do I do it? Because I want to help somebody like you. No, not Robson. Ooh, punk. I want to help somebody like you get your aha moment when it comes to the stock market, when it comes to investing, when it comes to trading, options or futures, no matter what you want to trade. Just want to help you get your aha moment when it comes to reading the price action. I only trade ICT concepts. That's all I do. I've learned from many of people. I've paid for many of courses, but only thing that I use is the free stuff I learned from ICT. And come here, let me let you in on a little secret. Come here. I know you wanna buy the next fancy course or buy the next fancy algorithm or indicator or something like that. You don't need any of that. You already know everything you need to know. You already got all the information you need in your brain. You just don't know you know it already because you got some knowledge about the stock market or you wouldn't be on my channel. I'm just some dude from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I'm nobody special. So if you're here, that means you already do this and you already understand all you need to understand. Don't buy no more courses. Don't buy no more trade rooms. Don't buy no more one-on-ones. Don't do none of that. Just tap in with us every day. Get your little confirmation of whatever you need. Get your reassurance and go out there and press them buttons. Woo! Hey, man, just hit the like button. That's all I ask y'all to do. Hit the like button. Now, if you don't feel like sitting around on the lives with me and listen to me yibbity yap and talk all of this smack, we got a playlist called Gems from the Live Stream, right? If you click on there, it's got a playlist with like a bunch of different clips. If we talk about something in the live stream that you want to go back and see, because I'm too lazy to go through and make chapters where you can go click at the bottom and move. I'm too lazy to do that. But I will clip out the little live stream and put it in this playlist here because it's easier for me just to chunk it out and put it over there. If we go into something deep and you be like, man, I want to just put in the chat. You got to be on live. Put in the chat, hey, Tim, can you put this in the gym? And say exactly what it is. Don't just say put this in there because I be missing the chat. I be missing the chat. So, you know what I'm saying? Say that. That's what the Gems from the live stream is, right? And then y'all already know about the ICT concepts. Part 1 and part 2, the lingo playlist and the price action playlist are live. If you go in there, you can download all of the slides and get the ICT PIM dash chart. I call it the PIM dash chart because it's the order operations, but he called it the PDA matrix, right? If you click on any one of the videos inside the ICT Concepts Explained playlist and go to the description, you will see, where's description? You will see a link that says download slides. If you click that link, right, you can download all the slides for all of the videos for the free 99, no charge. In the last file in there, it says ICT top-down analysis. If you open that up, that's the PEMDAS chart. And for anybody who don't know how to use the PEMDAS chart, if you're a buyer, if you're bullish and you want to buy, right, you want to look below price, right, this equilibrium line, right, that's fair value of the dealing range, right? You want to look below fair value for whatever PDA rate that you trade to buy off of. If just say if price is sitting here and it starts to sell down and you're a order block trader, it comes down and it hits an order block, you buy when it hit an order block. If you're bearish and you're an order block trader and prices here below equilibrium in a discount, and it starts to sell up, buy up, and then when it hits an order block, you sell. That's how you use the PEMDAS chart. Whatever PDA rate you trade in your strategy, see if you're in the premium or the discount market, then you wait for it to move to the opposite market and buy off your PDA rate or sell off your PDA rate. That's how you use the ICT PEMDAS chart, and that's how you trade. That's how you trade his strategies most time. Now let's get to it. Who's in the chat? Who's in the chat? Who's in the chat? Who's in the chat? My mother said thank you for all of the birthday wishes. She was smiling like a little girl. She was like, oh, that was so nice of everybody. That was so nice. Oh, it felt so good. Yeah. She said that just like that. What's up, here to learn and share? Cool it now. Watch out. Michelle Tucker. Again, the link is in the chat. The link is in the chat. You're welcome to pull up and ask a question. Just don't pull up and let no birds out of the cage. You hear me? What's going on, Mendez? Hello, Anna and Elsa. Hello to you, Queen. So good to see you all. Why do I look like I'm delaying? What's up? What's up, Captain Kirk? Hey, KC, what's going on? I think I seen somebody from the Sunshine Band. I'm your boogeyman. That's what I am. Why I look like I'm glitching? What's up, Devario? What's going on, Towns? What's going on, my guy? Which name you using today? You using Devario? You using Gabriel? What's up, everybody? And Robinson. Buenas tardes. Buenos tardes. Is it buenos or buenas? Buenas tardes. Got to roll them R's. Buenas tardes. Sounded like Barry White's untalented Barney White. What's going on, Roman? What's up, FC? How you doing? Yeah. Let's get into it, y'all. We're going to keep it brief tonight. The homie Zay got a live coming up. If I'm not mistaken, let me go check it again. I think the homie Zay got a live coming up. Blah, 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 blah. I'm your boogie man. That's what I am. Man, I do got Dookie on it. Oh, Dookie prank. Let me see. I thought I saw something up there with Zay had popped up on my timeline. Yes. December 8th at 8 o'clock. The homie Zay got a live. He gonna be doing at 8 o'clock. Yeah, so we're gonna keep it brief. I want to pull up and support his live, see what he talk about. Live reaction to major banks 2023 stock market outlooks. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna pull up on that. Y'all pull up on that too. Y'all pull up on that too. Let me get the link. I'm put the link in the chat. Copy. Paste. I'm putting the link in the chat. What's up, Sanjay? What's going on, my guy? That's the link in the chat for Zay Live. That's gonna be at 8 o'clock. I'm gonna pull up and support my boy on that. Since we on Al Gore's internet, let's get out of here. Get out of here. Let's go over here and check out our homegirl Spilene, see what she did for the day. The market was chop slop today. Let's see what Spilene did. If y'all don't know who Spilene is, our homegirl. Wrote a song about it. Want to hear it go. Everybody who know the song, sing it with me. Clear your throat. Get in the right key. Me. Yes. Spilene, where you at, babe? Hey, how you doing? I'm glad that you came through. If you notice right now, we went up and down and stayed in the middle of the road. Chop slop before PPI. Chop slop before CPI. Chop slop before FOMC. We're just doing a whole bunch of nothing. We're doing a whole bunch of nothing. Again, as usual, the market made a move and then consolidating before the news. Like we used to this story. We used to this picture. We used to seeing this over and over. The market made a move, right? Last week, Thursday, made the high. Friday, Monday, Tuesday, dropped. Wednesday, Thursday, slide to the right. Waiting on the news. Make the move, slide and wait on the news, right? So tomorrow we got PPI. Don't know how much we're going to do because we turn around on Tuesday and got, what we got Tuesday? Is it CPI on Tuesday? Let's go look real quick. Let's go look real quick. Let's go to Forex Factors because we can look at next week. Tuesday, that's this week. Go through next week, apply. So Tuesday, yes, we got CPI on Tuesday, FOMC on Wednesday, and retail sales and PMI next Friday, right? So these the big dogs, CPI and FOMC with the Fed rate announcement, right? With the Fed rate announcement. That's what everybody waiting on. Everybody wait. See that 0.5 there. Previous we went up to 4. This time they looking at it to be 4.5. That mean they looking for a 50-point basis hike. That's what everybody thinking. That's what the market has priced in. You know what I'm saying? So these the big dogs next week. And since we got this on Tuesday, that's why I say I don't know how much the market going to do tomorrow. One, it's Friday. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times the market don't do a whole lot on Friday. Sometimes it do, sometimes it don't, right? And then right in front of CPI news, how much it's going to do right in front of CPI news? Who knows? Who knows? Right now, we're sitting in the middle of the road. We're slightly above equilibrium for today. We closed slightly above equilibrium for today. We're close to equilibrium on the week, right? This is Monday's high. This is Tuesday's low, right? The purple lines. Monday's high, Tuesday's low. It's driving me crazy because that's not even, right? So we're slightly below equilibrium on the week, right? We're slightly above equilibrium on the day, right? And we got a daily fair value gap above price in the premium. We came up to a daily fair value gap today. We didn't completely feel it, you know what I'm saying? But we got up inside it, pause, and then backed off a little bit. We didn't close right up at the top. We closed very close to equilibrium. So it was a big fat nothing burger again, just like yesterday. We went down, we went up, and we came right back to where we closed. Today had a little bit more upside. We had a huge gap up. Came all the way back down. Almost closed in that entire gap up. You know what I'm saying? We almost closed that entire gap up, but we didn't fell short of that. Pushed up made it high, and came back down with a little bit more meat on the candle than yesterday, but pretty much still nothing burger, right? Let's go ahead and look at the price action, and I'll enlighten y'all on the trade. Well, y'all saw the one trade that never came back to get me, and then I'll enlighten y'all on the another trade that didn't come to get me, and then a trade that actually came and got me, didn't give me 10 points, stopped me out in profit. And then, I said, you know what? I'm just going to leave well enough alone. I got left on one, I got left on two, and I got one that stopped me out in profit. And the reason why I stopped me out in profit, because I didn't like the way it was being choppy. So I didn't trust it. So as soon as I got up like 5 points, I moved the stop loss up to, stop me out without losing anything. I think I moved it up to stop me out with like 1 point because it was being so choppy. I was like, I'm not fun to just take a loss on this chop slop day. So y'all saw this morning when we was in here, it came down and didn't come all the way down to, we was looking at something like it came down to, the low was, what is that, 39, 37, 75, and it was a gap or something down here. Was it a 60-minute gap or a 15-minute gap? Was it a 60 or what was it, a 15-minute gap? I got left several times today. It was equilibrium. It wasn't 15-minute. Yeah, wait a minute. It might have been 15. Okay, this is when it came down. It was, I can't remember what it was. Y'all remember when I had it marked out here and we came down, we didn't come to where I wanted to go. I can't remember what we had marked out, because that's the 10:15, that's the 10 o'clock candle. So it was here. We came down. It was it the breaker? We skated along the breaker. We talked about skating along the breaker. I can't remember what it was. But anyway, it was over here when it didn't come get me. Now, later, we dropped, I was looking at the 5-minute candle, right? And as you see from last night's open, today's candles open, which was like, not today's candle open, but yes, today's candle open, right? So today's candle open, which was after midnight, because let me go back. I don't want to confuse it nobody. I don't want to confuse it nobody, right? This is today's candle, right? This is the 1800 open when the market actually opens, right? Now that I got that out of the way, the midnight open, from the midnight open, right? The range that the algos were playing around in from the midnight open up until now, right? So from the midnight open, this was equilibrium, right? So I marked out this 5-minute fair value gap right there. And I was like, if we come back to that, then, you know what I'm saying, I'll take a long off of that, right? I'll take a long off of that if we come back to that, because we went up. It's like we came down, right? We had came down, and then we took off, and then we was retracing back. I was like, okay, we were tracing back. We got a breaking market structure, fair value gap, retrace. We talked about this earlier, I think, right? Now, it didn't come back until after. I'm not watching the market after 11. I'm gone, right? And as you see, that's that equilibrium. It came back to equilibrium, pushed back up to this fair value gap here, came back to equilibrium again, pushed back up, didn't take out the buy side, right? Came all the way back down, and then it came back down to these fair value gaps right here on the 210 candle right there, right? So get over here. So this right here is when it came down, touched it. This was after I was gone, right? Came to it again. This during lunch, I don't care. So this was just after I left. During lunch, I don't care. And then this the one I was like, blah. Because over here is when it didn't come to my spot right there. When it was coming down, this was right. I was leaving right around this. I say, Tim, it's after your time. Go ahead and get out of here. Came there when I was gone. Didn't came there again during lunch, right? And then this one right here when it ran through it, like right after 2 o'clock, right? So boom, came here after 2 o'clock. Right up in here is where I got in, right? It came there, went back up. I got in on this candle here, right? I got in on this candle here. We went up, right? We came back down. I was like, I don't like this. We went up, started going up. I said, me no likey. After we came down here, that's when I moved my stop loss because I was like, I don't like how this playing, right? So we went up, came down, stopped me out. Then we went and then we took off. This move right here would have been the move to give me my 10 that I wanted, but I was not taking any chances on it. You was not going to get me. You was not going to get me. And you know what? I think it might have been over here because once I got into the trade, I had dropped down to like the 1 minute. And this right here is after 3 o'clock. And I was gone already. So it was in here somewhere. And I had dropped down to the 1 minute when I was watching it to see if it was showing me any signs to reverse. We're going to get to the price action in a minute. Yep, here we go right here. This is where we was at. I remember this is what the candles look like right here. So here we go. There. Came up. Then right around here somewhere. It was around here when it stopped me out because I remember it's making these candles right here. It was right around here somewhere when it stopped me out. So I got in over here somewhere, went up, came down. I was like, I don't like how it's trading. When it went back up, I moved my stop to save myself, came down, stopped me out over here somewhere. Then it came all the way back down because this right here, I remember I was like, yeah, that would have got me. That would have got me for a loss because it had went below this right here. And I think that was my initial stop up under here. That was like the initial stop, where the initial stop was, somewhere around there. And then it eventually moved to, it would have gave me my 10 points, but that's like well after 3 o'clock. Now that I've shared all of my misses, now let's go back and see what the price action really did besides chop suey. Oh, nothing besides chop suey? Oh, you guess what? You're right. So we watched this right here this morning together, right? We watched all this action right here this morning together, right? That was the long, if you want to call it that, the one that came down right to equilibrium, but didn't get down as low as I wanted it. We pushed up, made a high, came back to the equilibrium from the midnight open up into the high of the day. You see it came right down to it. Hey, y'all hold on for a second. All right. The homie PDub just showed me some big discrepancies in the ES contracts December, March. What do you make of it? Oh, you talk about when you look at the futures? You talk about when you look at the futures? Talk about when you look on bar chart and look at the futures? I ain't even looked at it. Let's go see. You talk about on bar chart when you go look at the futures, like the open interest and stuff like that. When you say discrepancies. Yes. Okay. Bar chart. Hey, Kim. That ain't what I want. That ain't what I want. Where's my freaking thing at? Oh, there it is on the side. I just saw it. Right here. So what? December and March. Okay, so December. Last price 64.95. All right. Open 64.96. High was 369. Volume. Open interest 2,167,000. I mean, the next month always have lower open interest, and we changing over tomorrow. I think I don't think we closing. Let me see. Open last. The last was 395. The last was 39.95. The last was 39.64. Okay. What am I missing, Zay? What am I missing? You say PDub said it was a discrepancy. The December closed at 39.68, and the March is at 39.99. Yeah. I mean, it used to be a difference in the price. I've never looked to see if it be that much of a difference, but it's usually a difference in the prices. There's always a difference. I've never seen. What is that? What's the spread on that? Now I've never went in and looked to see what the see 95 minus 64 31. I've never went to go see what the difference is before it changes, but I know it's always a difference. Like whenever you switch over, the prices always change. The price always changes. I don't know what I'm missing. I'm about to hit up PDub to see what I'm missing. What PDub was saying, that's a big difference. Oh, that's a big, like the bigger difference. Okay. Yeah, because I'm like, there's always a difference. I don't know if it is I ain't never looked to see if it's a bigger difference. Now, speaking of that, I'm glad you said that, Zay. I'm glad you said that. Shout out Dustin, right? Dustin said that oil is in contango again. And for anybody who don't know what contango is, it's when the current month is when the current month is selling for, how did he say it? I got to go to it's a price difference where it benefits you more just to hold on to the barrels of oil or the contracts and then just sell them next month because it's going to benefit you more. So I guess the next month is higher than the current month. So it may be something fishy going on. If this is a big spread, it's a bigger spread than normal, it may be something really fishy going on with that. But I I ain't never checked this to see what the difference was before we switched over. I just know every time we do switch over, whenever I ain't never keep track of that. I 4-5 close and 4:36 on Tuesday. Yeah, I ain't never track it to see how big the difference was. And I think we switch over tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow when it switch over. But let me check that, and then I'm gonna try to see if I can find, because Dustin talked about Contango before. And it's like, because he'd be like, what does that do to the price of oil? This time he ain't go like really in depth in it, but he talked about it before. Yes, tomorrow. Contract switch over tomorrow. Whoa. Why is that whale up there? Why is that whale up there? Oh, because the contract switch over, I guess. I'm like, why is that whale up there? But yeah, I guess that's for the contract changeover. I'm like, why did that price jump up there like that? I'm assuming that's what that's for. Yeah, because the price down right now. The price is actually down right now, but the price on here is showing it way up there. So I guess for the contract switch over, that like the difference in the price. What was that, like $30-something? What was it? Like a $30-something difference, I said. And what this is right here. 62.25. And this right here is so that's $30-something. Yeah, so that switched over already on here. It already rolled over to the other one. Zay done got me down a rabbit hole, y'all. Y'all blame Zay. Y'all blame Zay. He done got me down a rabbit hole. Yeah, but I never tracked that. I've never tracked that, so I can't even speak on it. You know, I don't speak on stuff I don't know. But I will be paying attention to it. Where's the closing beat at? Got all this doggone jazz after dark mess. Where's the closing beat from yesterday? Oh, live. I need to click on live. Okay. There it is right there. Let me see if I can find it when he talk about because I don't want to say it wrong. He said better than me. And since Zay was talking about
right there. If we look at crude oil, crude oil made.
Let me know if y'all can hear that.
Back to
chat if you can hear that.
Not a new low for the year, but right, obviously made new lows here today. It's back to this lower price range here, and it's trading in what's known as contango. So we covered this before, backwardation, contango, and everything. It just basically means that the front month contract for oil futures is cheaper than the next month's contract. That next month would cost you more. What does that mean? We're trying to remember, we always look at something, we teach some data points, teach a study, and then go, well, what does that mean for you? What do you do there? Well, if you're a speculator in oil, or you're in the actual business of oil, it's, by the way, this is WTI or Brent. They're both in contango as well, if you're more advanced out there. It means that you would just hold the oil. You would just physically store it if you kept it in its physical possession, or you would just hold your position and wait to sell it in the next month. Or you would go sell a futures contract against the next month there. So what do you think that does for supply? If oil is trading in what's known as contango, maybe that's your word of the day. If you've just hearing that for the first time, maybe check that out and think about what that would do for supply. If I said, I have a bunch of oil, I was about to sell it, but I see next month is more expensive, I'm just going to hang on to it. What happens? Does the price eventually go up, or does the price go down because there's less oil? Lesson of the day. You want me to give you the answer? Do ya? All right, let's look.
Then leave you with the cliffhanger. So yeah, that it made me think about that when Zay was like PDub was talking about the price, was fishy. And I'm like, you know what? Dustin was just talking about the oil was in contango, meaning he was talking about the price for the next month contract was more. So now if you got contracts now, or if you actually hold the oil now, why you gonna sell it now? You just wait till you can get more money for it. You feel me? I wouldn't sell it now. I'll wait. Hey, look here, man. I ain't selling nothing. Don't wait until don't wait the next month. You know what I'm saying? But that just how you gonna cut the video off, right? Because that was it. He was like, do you, he stopped talking about it. The last time he talked about the contango, he went like whale and dip, but the contango thing was, he was talking about one of Zay sauce indicators too. He was talking about one of Zay sauce indicators. Y'all want to hear what he was saying about one of Zay sauce indicators? Let me go back. I play it when he talked about Zay sauce indicator. He was talking about, because I think TLT one of Zay sauce indicators. What time is it? 7 o'clock. I let it play through what he talked about with TLT. Let me see what he talked about with TLT. That's one of Zay sauce indicators.
Let's look at the TLT over in the bond market. Massive rally here continuing there. It's up over 15% in a month. Think about that for a second. If you are in this market this year in a target date fund, a bond fund, or a stock, any kind of equity fund there, this rally in the bond market has only happened 3 other times in history. You are living through some of the wildest times that anybody has ever been able to participate in when it comes to stocks versus bonds there. Actually, I want to show you something here. So here's the correlation between, I'm using the NASDAQ in this case, just I don't know why I chose that. Correlation between the NASDAQ and the bond market. They're almost perfectly correlated. Meaning you can't win. If one goes down, they both go down. So if the equities portion of your target date fund goes down, your bond portion is also going down as well. This is what it normally looks like. And you could insert the S&P for the NASDAQ here. The purple line is the NASDAQ. The orange is the 20-year. They normally are inversely correlated. When one does bad, the other helps support, right? That is horrible. The light at the end of the tunnel, by the way, it's starting to get more inversely correlated, but you see how this is only through this month. So maybe we're starting to do something there. Way too soon to tell. But I did want to share that with you because holy cow, man, look, this rally, of course, we'll take it. But this rally, it's beyond wild. Like you just lived through the most amazing kind of, well, you could say the weakest down move in the shortest amount of time ever for bonds. But also now we have the fourth strongest rally ever in bonds. So if you look at your 401k and you look everywhere else and you say, well, that seems like it's moving around a little bit more. You're right. Good job. You picked up on it, right? You're able to kind of see what's going on. This is so interesting because a lot of us are just going around our lives going, everything's fine. Yeah, they're just doing good. Fine with that. But meanwhile, we're going through history here in the stock market, but mainly in the bond market there. Really fascinating there. What's also fascinating is you guys are spending some money out there. This is a little off topic, but last consumer credit data number came out and I'm sorry, that's my fault. Basically, the Fed came out and said in September, consumer debt went up at a rate of 6.4%. Consumer debt officially $4.7 trillion. That's the first time that's ever happened. Well, that number came out today. That'd be to get the more current number, and it's only going up. So consumer debt is really, what are you all doing there? Getting a little out of control.
Come here, check this out. Check this out.
We're getting out of control with our spending. And speaking of getting out of control with our spending, it's going to the holiday season. So people go keep on getting more credit debt. They gonna keep getting credit debt. When say, yo, I'm with him. I said the same thing. We could go into a period where bonds continue to perform and the equity market still pulls. But yeah, when I saw it, I say, hey, that's Zay sauce indicator. Shout out Zay with the sauce indicators. I love Dustin. Best and only good recommendation Tim ever gave. Shout out, Mark. This man don't got preview YouTube shaking my head. Hey, look here, man. That I think that's pretty much all I got. We talked the price actually wasn't really doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Shared some gems from Dustin. Dustin touched on the homie Zay sauce indicators. Zay gonna be going live in about 50 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Tomorrow is PPI. Like y'all already know, I try not to be in anything in front of news. We got PPI on Friday, and then we turn around and got CPI on Tuesday, and then we got FOMC on Wednesday. So that's why the other night when me and Zay was on here talking, I was like, I'm gonna be waiting until after FOMC to really be trying to do anything, because y'all see the market make a move, then it hesitate for the news. You know what I'm saying? So we got news Friday. So you gonna get what you might get a move Friday, then hesitate on Monday because you got more news, and then you might get a new move on Tuesday, but it's gonna not do too much because it's right in front of the Fed announcement with FOMC on Wednesday. That's why I said, man, I'm just gonna be chilling to FOMC. Is they gonna be high? If not, that's Sativa Saturday. You need to show up for Sativa Saturday, then, Mark. Hey, do anybody got anything before I call it? If you got anything, the link is in the chat. Feel free. It's pinned at the top of the chat. Feel free to pull up, ask a question. Feel free to pull up and share anything, except for Mark from Trading with a Dummy. You can't pull up. You can't pull up. Anybody else can pull up and share anything. Anybody else can pull up. Can just watch. Tim can just watch you watch Dustin. Robinson, you left something out of that sentence. You left something out of that sentence, but it don't. All right. Hey, man, y'all already know what the lick read, man. Don't put off till tomorrow what you can say today. Let those that you love know that you love them now. Show it and say it. You know what I'm saying? And when you say it, don't spray it. Let them know that you love them. If your parents still here, call them on the phone. If you got adult kids like moi, call them on the phone. Say, hey, I was thinking about you. I love you very much. Kids in the house, go hug them, kiss them. Say, hey, I love you. And then show them that you love them. Don't just say it, show it. Don't just show it, say it. Because sometimes we think we showing it, and we really don't be showing it, and we don't say it, so they don't be knowing it. Bars. Hey, man, I appreciate y'all for always tapping in. Hopefully, Dustin was able to shed some light on some stuff for somebody. So hopefully, like when I first heard him talk about Contango, I ain't know what he was talking about. I thought he was talking about a dance. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully he shed a little light on that, because, you know, I ain't come with a whole lot tonight. The market ain't do nothing. The market was, you know, pretty chill tonight. You know what I'm saying? Today. So it wasn't really much to talk about. Shout out Zay for pointing out the discrepancy that PDub pulled up, and then we saw that. I don't really study that, but I will be studying it from here forward. Then it made me think about the Contango that Dustin talked about yesterday, and then we got a chance to see Dustin's viewpoint on Zay Sauce Indicator. So hopefully you got something out of this evening's edition. What did Cooley say? You changed your name. Tim calls me Robson. Oh, I ain't even noticed that right now. Y'all see what I deal with? Look right here. Look right there. Do y'all see what I deal with? Tim calls me Robinson. I didn't even peep that. I ain't even peeped that. Oh, you saying we can just watch you watch Dustin? Go to Dustin YouTube page and watch Dustin. Hey, I'm about to give me something to eat, and then I'm gonna come back in here and sit down and check out what Zay got going on. Zay, are you still in here? Are they gonna be doing some announcements at 8 o'clock? Are they gonna be doing some announcements at 8 o'clock? You like the last time when you was, I know you was live and they was like talking about Powell was talking, and you was like sitting there listening to Powell, and you was like giving your commentary. That time when you had got into that day trade, when are you gonna be doing something like the same thing when they gonna be talking and you just gonna be giving your commentary on it? That's what you're doing, Zay. It don't take that long to type yes or no, Zay. Zay going once, Zay going twice, Zay going 3 times. I guess we'll find out at 8 o'clock, man. Hey, I'll see y'all in the morning at oh, it's reviewing the publications. Okay, then I'll see y'all in the morning. He been on that sativa. Anyway, I'll see y'all in the morning at 9 o'clock for the overnight price action. Y'all pull up. Y'all make sure y'all pull up and check out Zay. The link. I put the link in here somewhere for Zay video. The link in the chat somewhere. Right there. That's the link for Zay video. That's coming up at 8 o'clock, like 45 minutes. Y'all pull up and support Zay video too. I see y'all in delayed reaction. I see y'all. Yep. I see y'all in the morning, man. Appreciate y'all. Gone.